Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Halloween 20 whatever the fuck was it? Halloween Halloween 3, Seasons of the Witch, the night when no one comes home. Review. So basically, why am I doing this video? Well, one, AMC this year ended the Halloween marathon early because they had this freaking film something about the Walking Dead. Basically they're doing the showcasing these stupid, I mean, I understand there's big Walking Dead fans and shit, but the reality is Walking Dead, I believe, from people I know, are not big fans of Walking Dead anymore because how, like, basically like how wrestling is nowadays and how a lot of TV shows they get garbage. So that's basically what, well, yeah, they decided to show Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond, like, who gives a fuck, you know what I mean? I want to watch some fucking Halloween! But thankfully, there is that 2018 Halloween movie that's being shown currently. Even though I already watched it, I will try to watch it, and there's gonna be a rerun of it, so I will watch it. I already watched some of the Halloween movies this year on AMC, so there you go. That's why I like to do the Halloween. I hope everyone's having a happy Halloween, everybody. I mean, when you're growing up, you really don't really enjoy Halloween. I don't know. It just, I guess, unless you're free to go out for parties and stuff. I already did that shit, and not only that, like, you're not gonna really enjoy Halloween as much as like a lot of people, or especially the kids. It's really more for the kids. You know what I mean? So grab your Coca-Cola, drink my there. Let's really talk about Halloween 3. And why am I talking about Halloween 3? Halloween 3, we'll talk about it. Cheers, motherfuckers. Grab your Coca-Cola, drink your magnificent there. No matter what Halloween is, drink Coca-Cola so magnificently shit. Makes you want to fucking bitch a big black couch, makes you go, oh shit. But if you want to survive a Halloween movie, you can survive a Halloween movie while Halloween 6. You just gotta have a Coca-Cola. You gotta have a Coca-Cola and drink your magnificent there. That's how you survive Halloween, motherfuckers. Alright? So basically, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. It's been really almost 40 years. I believe the next year, it's gonna be the 40th anniversary. Why not wait till next year? Because I got some fresh thoughts. I don't want to forget about it. I wanted to do this on the anniversary of the movie being released, but I didn't have the time, but we'll talk about it still. Alright, I'm back. So, the reason, again, also for talking about this movie, because this movie has actually been getting a lot of a cult following, if you say. A lot of people, originally when this movie came out back in 1982, I believe, or 1983, actually 1982, originally when this movie came out, a lot of people hated it. They thought like this was gonna be a Michael Myers film because Halloween established to be like more of a Michael Myers slash kind of film, but as Halloween 3, it introduced the anthology series, which basically ruined the idea of having an anthology series every year because this movie bombed in the box office. Alright, so yeah, this movie came out in 1982. It was supposed to be a sci-fi sort of style film. Um, like, not Michael Myers. It's not no fucking, slash killings and all that stuff. And it was, yeah, a lot of people hated it because of that. And a lot of people are now starting to like this movie and basically feel like bad, like, oh, for people are complaining about this movie because Michael Myers wasn't in it. But if you, okay, because there's a cult following about this, I kind of wanted to wanted to talk about this movie. Is like, is it really a good film or not? First off, I don't think Halloween 3 is terrible. I think Halloween 3 has become like a tradition, like all the other Halloween movies to watch. It's definitely a movie to watch before Halloween 4 and after Halloween 2. It's like whenever AMC has the movie on, it has become like a tradition. It's pretty cool to watch the movie. Even though there's not Michael Myers in this movie, and yes, that is a big problem when you call the movie Halloween. Maybe if it called Season of Witch, maybe it would have been more successful. Who fucking knows? The Halloween 3 movie, though, like, people are saying this movie is so good, despite Michael was not in it, it's so criminally underrated, blah, blah, blah. Here's what I will say. Is the movie better than some Halloween movies? Yes. It is, because there are some Halloween movies that are shit. Especially the fucking Rob Zombie remakes. I would definitely rather watch this movie than the Rob Zombie remakes. But does this mean that this film, like, does not have its flaws? Yes, it does. If you think about it, Halloween 3, I just think that, here's my honest opinion. The reason why I think a lot like this movie's getting so much love is just because some people decide they're either trying to be different, or they just feel bad for this movie. How about like a lot of hate it gets, and now are pretending to really like it. I'm not saying this movie is not bad. It's not a terrible movie. But I really think it's really being overrated by a lot of people nowadays. So people are saying that this is a cult classic. I think it's really being overrated by a lot of people saying that this movie is very good or whatever the fuck. I don't think the movie is very good. There's a lot of shit writing this film. People need to realize that. But doesn't mean that it's not like cool to watch. You know? I still like enjoy it for being what it is. Even though I do think there's a lot of the writing and plus like what goes on in the movie is kind of dumb. So, but the people saying like this is such a great movie, so underrated, I disagree with that. I don't think it's like a great movie, okay? And I think like all the love is overrated, but doesn't mean it's a terrible movie. But we're gonna talk about it. Here's what I liked about the film. What I liked about the film is definitely the intro, definitely the opening. So this was definitely made. This was a movie that involved John Carpenter. He helped me the music, and again, the music is amazing. The music is really amazing. I like. And then it's a good song. It actually is a good opener. Obviously, you got the freaking annoying ass London Bridge is falling down, or Happy Happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Obviously, it's freaking iconic. You know what I mean? It helps the freaking movie. Definitely this movie revolving about a Halloween commercial. You know? Yeah, but definitely also the idea of the story. It has a lot of good ideas. You know, that's another good thing about this film. Oh shit! Somebody probably got killed on Halloween. For people who say that Halloween's a lovely holiday, here's another problem with Halloween. Like, or Halloween is better than Christmas or Thanksgiving. Freaking Halloween's like one of the most dangerous holidays, people. But here's the thing about Halloween. Here's a problem with Halloween though, or Halloween 3. Now, what am I saying? I'm sorry, I got so distracted. Okay, here's what's good things about Halloween though. The story has some good ideas. Like for example, the movie revolving about Mask. Even though he's not a witch, he's basically just this evil freaking guy who's making these androids and wants to take over the world and destroy innocence of kids for something like honors witchcraft to honor old Hallows Eve or whatever the hell. I'm not gonna act like a big expert. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna act as big expert as Halloween 3. But as for like, it does have some good ideas. You know what I mean? Masks like killing kids or people who wear it because of a commercial. It's an interesting idea. There's a lot of problems goes on. It's definitely sometimes the story. Like for example, if you look at the ending, how does it make sense that the person like the guy with Tom Atkins, like the guy who played the doctor, the main character, the girl he's fancy with, he decided to leave his wife, basically just, I ain't gonna be with my, or not his wife, his ex-wife, basically not gonna take care of the kids, trick-or-treating where the fuck, he's gonna go around with his not wife, just basically a young person that he decided to fawn over. And then, like, he actually had his, like, I believe his real life wife was in the movie too. But that's, like, while he was fucking her, the bitch died in the fucking movie. Like, But, like, the reality is, like, the woman he fancies, who was, like, the daughter of the guy who gets killed in the hospital, all of a sudden becomes an android. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Unless, like, was he the android the whole time? Like, if anything, like shit like that, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? That kind of shit doesn't make sense with the movie. Like that's what kind of bothers me a lot whenever I watch this movie. Another thing, like definitely just like I guess that's one of the main things. Also, there are some like just a lot of the paces, like the pacing could be boring sometimes. All that stuff, and just like sometimes the writing is like dumb. It just like how I feel. I don't think it's like obviously it's not high art. I don't think it's like fucking great. but it is still a watchable movie to still somewhat enjoy on Halloween. I do feel like in a way that it's being overrated because either people feel bad that this has a lot of hate or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I will say this again: it is a better movie than a lot of Halloween films. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, definitely it's that better than freaking. I think I ranked this movie like if you guys know my ranking, I will put my rankings videos in the description. Rank of Halloween films. I think I actually ranked this with a lot of better than a lot of Halloween movies. I like the freaking Halloween feel. It's like it has grown to me to being like, you know what, this is a good Halloween movie in terms of just nostalgic reasons. I think that's another thing is people are just like because of nostalgic ways. I don't know if it really holds up much. Again, to be fair, the film, like a lot of people didn't like. Who knows what could have happened? Again, we don't know what happened in the end. It ends in a cliffhanger. We don't know if the doctor saves the world. We don't know. But the reality is, it's just like I don't like we could have because of how a lot of people hated this movie. A lot of people have hate Halloween 3. We don't know. We don't know if this movie could have been. There would be more anthology series, maybe something to be a sequel to Finding the Answers. We don't fucking know. And that's why, thankfully, even in a way, thanks to this movie being existing, if anything, it's actually a good thing that this movie existed, and it's a good thing that it was called Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, because if anything, it helps for the reason of Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, and it's definitely one of the better sequels of the fucking franchise. Honestly, like, just calling it The Return of Michael Myers, which is appropriate. Imagine if they called it different, and honestly, it's a great way that they called that movie The Return of Michael Myers because of this film. Because it had nothing about Michael Myers in it except of a commercial, which kind of ruins its continuity. You know what I mean? It ruins the whole continuity idea, but it is what it is. If for people for some reason want a sequel to Halloween 3, it wouldn't make much sense if it was like in the same universe as Michael Myers. It ruins the continuity of that kind of stuff. Even though Scream kind of ruined the continuity, blah blah blah, and Halloween itself. But it is what it is. That's how movies are. Um, but definitely, yeah, definitely. So there are some stupid things that happen, but it's not like the like definitely the more like just irritatable the dumb thing that happens is just really more of the ending. So I don't really think like it's a great like not the ending like in terms like oh did he say like stop it nah. It's really just like freaking ending where the girl just basically turns into an android. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? But it's not terrible watching. So again, I should have gone over the plot, but I basically already gone over the plot. But here's a short synopsis, if you will. So yeah, So this movie involves a doctor, and basically like this crazy guy, as people thought he was a crazy guy. He's basically the father of the person that the doctor kind of fawns over, right? He's escaping from these people who are androids that are trying to kill him or whatever. Eventually gets transported to the hospital from some gas station guy or whatever the fuck. Then he eventually gets killed by one of the androids. The doctor tries to make sure, how did this happen? Why did this happen? And he goes on to the trip with the chick. And, fawns over her while his real life wife gets killed by the mask. A kid gets killed. They had a child death in this movie, which is crazy. The first in the series, I believe, right? A child death in Halloween. That's ballsy. You know what I mean? Crazy how the mask just kills people. And then eventually androids get killed. And then Tom Atkins, the actor, survives with the chick, but she turns into an android. It makes no sense. Yeah, the guy who's the witch, the Dr. Hofkin? Not Hofkin. Freaking. The guy from head of Silver Shamrocks. Freaking. Doctor, whatever. Mr. fucking Fish. Sorry. I can't remember in the moment. Let me freaking look it up, people. Alright, let me look it up. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Happy Halloween, blah, 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 Rainbow Shamrocks. Dr. Hofkin or something? Is that how his name? Technical difficulties. This is most unprofessional fucking. Oh man, this is a fucking unprofessional freaking review I ever done or whatever. Cochran. Yeah, Cochran. And yeah, fun fact. Fucking Jamie Lee Curtis, and Nancy Keys, who played freaking Annie. Yeah, they had some characters from the old movie, but they weren't the same characters. They were, basically in the movie as cameos. For example, the ex-wife of Tom Atkins was Annie, and also Jamie Lee Curtis was like a voice operator. So it was pretty cool that they made cameos in this freaking movie. So it was cool, you know. And yeah, and the movie ends with an unfaithful if the city or wherever the fuck they if he saved the world or not, because the entire world they're wearing these masks. They love these masks. It's also pretty cool how what we got from Halloween 3, we got these masks that are being honored, even though the plot will never be mentioned again in the rest of the Halloween franchise, like with Michael Myers. We see these masks exist in the alternate timelines. We see these masks exist in freaking Halloween 2018, by Blumhouse, the Blumhouse films. Like, we're seeing these masks represented as little cameos. We're seeing these in the 2018 film. We saw them in Halloween Kills. These masks are still being represented, basically like an homage to the past films, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? So that's something that's pretty cool to see. That's like, this movie's not totally getting ignored, which is pretty fucking awesome. So I like that. It's interesting. It's definitely cool. But yeah, it's definitely like sad. Like, it sucks that we don't know if who survives that. But I guess it gives that what if scenario, like what kind of happens, makes us like the viewers think, well, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? Same thing with basically what happened with Michael Myers when he disappeared in the end of the original Halloween. Because originally there was not supposed to be Halloween. That's why this movie was made. Because John Carpenter did not want to make a Halloween 3 with Michael Myers, or he did not want to make another Halloween movie. He didn't want to make another Halloween movie besides the first one because he believed that was the best movie possible. And him, Delbert Hill, basically made another Halloween movie, which is Halloween 2. And apparently, John Carpenter didn't like the Halloween 2 movie, even though he made it, all that stuff. Which I personally like Halloween 2. I don't think is a major problem. I get why he may not like what he done, because again, he was forced to make it. And plus, like, the idea of the whole brother-sister relationship, I get it. Even though I don't mind it too much, I just don't like, if you're going to make him the boogeyman, that shouldn't be the reason why he kills. Or that's when, like, he should not concentrate on just Laurie. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's why Halloween 3 was made, and unfortunately it bombed, but yeah. But if anything, everything happens for a reason. And because of that, we got Halloween 4, which was a great movie. Sure, then we got Halloween 5 and 6, what the fuck they did. But what can you really do? It is what it is. Overall, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, The Night No One Comes Home, was not a terrible film, in my opinion. It definitely is a better film than a lot of Halloween films. It definitely is one of the better Halloween. It's definitely something like became a tradition to watch around Halloween time. It's definitely a movie that you can definitely enjoy watching around Halloween. Doesn't matter, But the problem is sometimes the writing is a bit dumb. It's not really great. And also sometimes the story and basically the pacing. There are some somewhat boring moments in a way. You know what I mean? It's not as exciting as some with the other Halloween films. But it's definitely better sometimes watching. It's better to watch than a lot of Halloween films. It definitely is better, in my opinion, is better than like Halloween 6 or whatever the fuck, And I like the feel. I like the sort of Halloween feel in this movie as well. Obviously, with Michael Myers on it, it's not a big deal. I don't care that, my problem is not because of Halloween, that because Michael Myers was in this movie. It's really because this movie wasn't as great as now people are saying it is, It is not a terrible movie. It is still a watchable film. I'll watch it on Halloween. Well, if they have it on AMC, I'll watch it. It's enjoyable to watch sometimes. But to say this movie is like very good or it deserves cold following, honestly, I think it's like a bit overrated in terms of that aspect. I'm not saying it's bad, people. I might get some hate for that, but it is what it is. I don't know, but I still enjoy. In overall, let's just say Halloween 3, it's a mixed bag. Not too bad, but not too great either. How about that? Can we say that? It's an okay film. It's an okay film. It's decent. It's something I will watch in Halloween. It's just the problem is it's not as great as people's like, you know what? This movie is so good, man. Just saying. Alright? So I guess that's really all I have to say, with Halloween 3. there's not much to say. I know this is not like a great review in terms of special like I'm showing footage of Halloween 3 or whatever the fuck. This is just me talking to the camera, but it just I decided I want to get my thoughts and review on this movie, you know, and because it's just a bit thoughts on my mind because like I'm seeing like a lot of people say yo this movie was so good man. It's really like a lot like bit overrated by those people to say this movie's so good or like fuck the haters. This movie's so good. Who cares if there's Michael Myers in it? Like okay, yeah, that's not the problem. It's just sometimes the reason why people don't really like this film or they might not think this film is that great is because of the story somewhat. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So yeah, for a sci-fi whatever kind of Halloween film, it wasn't too terrible. It wasn't a bad. It's definitely better than a lot of Halloween films. That's what I have to really say. It is watchable, so, but it's definitely not like really good to watch. You know what I mean? So that's all I have to really say, people. I think that's my thoughts. That's just like a little quick video for Halloween. So, yeah. Happy Halloween. It's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to one good scare. I didn't get any scares. So, and yeah. It is what it is. Do what the fuck you want. Stay safe, everybody, on Halloween, because Halloween's a crazy holiday. But God bless y'all. God bless kids. God bless everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, enjoy Halloween, people, and stay safe. Let's not say, people. Enjoy watching Halloween and Michael Myers or a movie without Michael Myers. Where the fuck, alright, people? Just keep it real. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye.